It's Thursday, September 26th. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. Hurricane Helene is strengthening as it moves across the eastern Gulf of Mexico toward Florida's Big Bend. But the impacts of this storm are going to span much farther than just Tallahassee. Governor Ron DeSantis addressed the public this morning, warning people living in coastal and low-lying areas of potentially deadly storm surge.
It is possible that this storm could make landfall as a major hurricane, as a Category 3, or even potentially a Category 4. It is moving fast. More rainfall is, of course, expected, and it could lead to significant storm surge in our coastal areas. And so we are prepared for that, of course, and we'll see what happens in terms of the intensification. I think that these things can rapidly intensify. Sometimes they become major. Sometimes there's changes. So we're just going to continue to do our thing and assume that this is going to be a major hurricane when it makes landfall. This is a very large storm. So you're going to see tropical weather that's going to extend hundreds of miles away from the center of the storm. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a hurricane Category 3 winds, say on the east coast of Florida, but you are going to have tropical conditions, and it's going to be nasty throughout the latter part of the day here in the state of Florida.
People living in the storm's potential path have been told to prepare for up to a week without electricity. Helene is expected to make landfall in the Florida Panhandle this evening, the same area pummeled by Hurricane Debbie earlier this season and Idalia last year.
It's like a bad dream over and over. It's like as soon as you get cleaned up for one storm, 6 months later you're getting hit again, or 8 months later you're getting hit again.
It is what it is at this point. We just got to do the best we can to keep everybody safe and keep the property protected.
Don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till it's already started flooding and then think you're going to get out. Because your house may be safe, but that road you have to go out on may not be safe. So please leave.
As for the rest of the state, Helene's outer bands could spin up a tornado through the afternoon and evening, so make sure you're paying close attention to your local weather alerts. And now's a great time to download the new 6 Pinpoint Weather app. That is your live radar and forecast map that's going to let you know when tornado warnings and lightning alerts are detected in your location. Just search WKMG in your app store. And now, a completely random Florida fact. Just before the bridge to Sanibel Island, an area called Punta Rasa has a couple of resorts and a bait shop along with a yacht club. But long before the Civil War, Union soldiers occupied a fort where they could ship cattle out of the area, denying the Confederate Army of its supply of beef. The fort was abandoned after the war, and later on in the 1860s, the International Ocean Telegraph Company established Punta Rasa as a connecting point for communications between Cuba and Florida. The telegraph was vital to providing the nation with news from Cuba during the Spanish-American War. The little white telegraph station is still there along Punta Rasa Road, though storm surge from Hurricane Ian last year moved the station slightly off its foundation. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Stay with News 6 WKMG on clickorlando.com, News 6 Plus, and the Pinpoint Weather app. Stay safe.